Get ready with me to go see Barbie. So I am in the midst of doing my makeup. I don't know what's going on with my hair, but we're gonna figure it out. I kind of want to give Annie fro. I had a vision that my version of Barbie would have big hair and, you know, clean face, but she eats down. You feel me? We finna put this look together and make something shake. Yeah, I swear. I love also coloring my brows to match my hair. I just think it's so cute. Also, if you're new here, hi, I am Gilda. Your girl is kind of just all over the place with life right now. Life has not been nice to me. I kind of just woke up one day and I was just like, dang, I think I want to go back to YouTube. I never thought I'd see the day. I want to stop being scary. I want to stop worrying about what people are going to think when it comes to what I put on this account. Because your girl has been going through a lot of feelings, a lot of trials and tribulations, and I can't get back in therapy right now. So I was just like, dang, I might have to treat my YouTube like my therapist. I'm really embarrassed because I don't do that. But until I can get back into therapy and get somebody that can give me the same feels that Miss Tina was giving me, and I was getting help through her on BetterHelp, it's looking like I'm gonna just have to keep talking to y'all. This is also my way of kind of training myself to get comfortable by force with talking, because that's just something I refuse to do. I don't talk about my feelings. I barely express them. I never came from a background where we had conversations or we'd talk about our feelings or anything like that. So it's just something that I literally just never did. I'm coming to the realization that the older I get, the worse things are getting for me, because last year, Pandora's box opened when I had lost my dad. By the way, love this primer. I did not think that losing him would affect me so much. That was one thing that I dangerously underestimated. The first couple of months, I was just like, it is what it is. And I want to say I probably cried about it once. And then I kind of just figured, okay, it is what it is. You know, I cried about it, we're moving on. And I started realizing a couple months later, I'm starting to relapse. And everything that I should have been feeling in the last 15 and a half years decided that it wanted to say hello. I'm sitting here and I'm just like, bruv, this is the worst time that this could be happening to me. Like, what is going on? Because, you know, I'm trying to be super focused. I'm trying to get my life together. I'm transitioning to that part of my life where it's like, I really have to decide. And this is just me to myself at this point. I'm trying to decide what exactly is it that I want to do with myself, and am I happy here? Am I even happy at all? And the more I contemplated on that question, the more I was just like, I'm coming to the realization that I'm not happy. Like, I'm gonna laugh it off because what else am I supposed to do, right? And at that point, the door has not been able to shut back up. You know, therapy was working. Miss Tina and I were learning a lot about myself, I'll say. You know, she was getting me to talk a lot more. Because of her, I even started journaling, something that I could never force myself to do because it was just not something that really did it for me. I didn't see the point in it, but I'm also realizing that I also did not see the point in journaling because of the fact that I once had a relative who basically traumatized me when it came to expressing myself through writing. And because of that incident, I told myself that I was never going to write anything ever again because they had shamed me so much when it came to using writing as an outlet. I'm not even gonna hold you. I haven't liked that heifer since. So for context, I do hold grudges. We're working on that. I learned a lot about myself with Miss Tina, and I was really coming to the realization that, you know, I don't actually allow myself to feel much. I'd rather just glaze past it and act like it didn't happen just so that I can push through and move on. And at my big age, I'm starting to really process that honestly has not been doing me any good. Like, it's not funny, but again, what am I supposed to do? You know? I processed a lot. And it's just like, I have been robbing myself of the experience of feeling things just because initially I was just like, I cannot be bothered. And then years later, here I am realizing I'm actually a lot more sensitive than I thought. And that was a very humbling thing to experience and feel. You know, they never prepare you for grieving. No one ever prepares you for what it's like when you're going through this awkward phase of your life. and you start to lose people, you start to lose a lot of things, because it's like you're either pushing people away, or like people aren't necessarily patient with you, or whatever, you know, the reasons may be. And, you know, at first I was just like, okay, like, it is what it is. But it's just like, I do a lot of that. I do a lot of, it is what it is. And then it's just like, but what exactly is that doing for me? You know? And honestly, it's done nothing. It's done nothing but inconvenience me and just honestly make me feel worse than I felt before. And it's really awkward to admit that out loud. It really is. It's so uncomfortable for me to sit there and like say these things out loud. It's like, ew. Because I am someone that's very tight-knit with myself. And I think it's, you know, just because naturally I have always been protective of myself. Like, I am an only child. So it's like, who's really going to watch out for me but me? Type of thing. Because I don't think I even really trust anybody to take care of me in that way. Never had it. And I don't know. I want to say this has been the loneliest I've ever felt in my life. And not because I'm silently grieving over the relationships that I've lost as well, but more so because of the fact that it's just like, there are a lot of things that have come up during this process. I don't even feel like I even had any type of family support, because honestly, if we're being for real, I've never known what it feels like to have that, and that's so awkward. I'll look at other people and how they interact with their families, and I'm just like, wow, so that's what that's supposed to be like. Oh God. Here I am trying to be honest and realistic with myself about how I feel, about things that bother me, about things that actually hurt me. I've never actually been this sad before, and I'm actually kind of confused. So here I am by force confronting myself. I can't even explain why I be feeling half of the things that I feel nowadays. I know I need to get back into therapy. I know that I'm gonna have to put in the work to, you know, figure out healthier methods to handle myself. But I will say I have also been very grateful in this process, because there are people who have been so patient with me and so understanding. There are people who I wouldn't even expect to be present that have been present for me, and it's really nice because I tend to sometimes also feel like I don't really have a community. The fact that I have had the luxury of having people just be around has been really nice. I'm learning a lot about myself, and I'm learning not only how to be better to myself, for myself, but I'm also learning what it's like to also be better to other people. Because at the end of the day, I do also understand that I cannot expect people to be so patient with me all the time. So it's like I am learning to be a lot more affectionate with other people. I'm learning to be a lot more communicative in healthier ways without feeling the need to just burn the bridge and be like, all right, I'm out of here. Like, for those that have been around, I appreciate y'all so much. Like, y'all don't actually know how much the little things that y'all have been doing for me has been so nice and so warm, if that makes sense. I talked about so much just now. Ew. Like, I feel awkward. Oh my God. Life has not been the greatest, but I am enjoying this new journey and this new experience. I'm learning a lot about figuring out what I need from myself and not just from other people. I'm learning that, you know, it's okay to feel confused. It's okay to not have an answer for something. And it's okay to take time. Oh my God, I'm not even done yet, but I feel so pretty. And then a dash of highlighter on the tip of my nose because I love it. Definitely one of my favorite crack combos.
3 hours later.
Whoo! This is cute. Oh my God, I love it. Oh my God, it came out exactly how I wanted. Anyway, I'm gonna catch y'all at this movie. Let's bounce. Shut up. Oh, cute. The movie was good. The movie was good, right, Denise?
So good. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. It was triggering. The messages were very loud, but we had a time. I would actually come and see it again. Absolutely. Issa did beautifully. Love her. We love Madam President. This is that It Girls, and we gonna play tag. I am officially back from watching Barbie. I was so tickled at it. Like, I loved the movie for everything that it gave. A lot of those messages that were in the movie, I took it personally. I'm not even gonna cap. I took it personally, but in a good way. I had such a good time. I haven't been to the movies in God knows how long, and I'm really sitting here like, dang, I really should prioritize going to more because clearly I like it. Like, I loved how, you know, they kept the original, you know, mission, which was essentially Barbie was meant to be a representation of women and how women can be anything and how women can do all these great things. But then also they put a twist on it as far as individuality and really pushing the narrative that, you know, while Ken did solely exist to be Barbie's plus one, he didn't know who he was outside of Barbie. So the fact that like they really tied all that in together was just like, no, like at the end of the day, Ken needs his own identity. Ken needs to know who he is outside of Barbie. I was just like, I loved that. I was just like, oh, like, sure, we love the fact that Ken is obsessed with Barbie, but Ken deserves to know who he is too. I really liked that. I'm really excited. Well, I'm exhausted, but I'm excited. I will be working Ubiquitous this weekend, so I can't wait to take you guys on that journey with me. Ubiquitous is amazing. I'm gonna try to not spend money at Ubiquitous. Like, that's when all the vendors pop out. I'm talking a lot of the major hair care brands be popping out, and they be having some really good deals during Ubiquitous weekends. Like,
sir, here is a check with my name on it. Write down any number on this piece of paper and I will pay it.
I remember the last time they did Ubiquitous and I was there, that was when I had met AJ Crimson for the first time, and I was just so enamored by him because when I tell you, my first makeup kit was from AJ Crimson. So to sit in that moment with him and just really take him in, he was such a beautiful spirit and such a beautiful person, and I'm so heartbroken. I'm still heartbroken that he's gone, but he left behind an amazing legacy and an amazing brand. I know I was like talking about some really dark things earlier, but surprisingly, I actually feel a lot better. So I think this whole talking thing is working. Okay. With that being said, y'all, we finna go to bed. Love you. Bye.